welcome back, fans, to the ECHL Insider. It was another thrilling week of hockey featuring lots of teddy bear toss games, so we'll start talking about one of those. The Greenville Swamp Rabbits won their teddy bear toss game against their foes, South Carolina Stingrays, by a score of 3-1. The Idaho Steelheads traveled to Worcester for a 3-game series. Very interesting, but the Idaho Steelheads are very hot right now, and they won all 3 of those games in Worcester. The Toledo Walleye were defeated in overtime by the Kalamazoo Wings 3-2 on Friday. And finally, the Savannah Ghost Pirates pulled out a dominant victory over the defending Kelly Cup champion Florida Everblades by a score of 8-2 at home in Savannah, Georgia. Let's get you now to the top 5 games of the week, and we will note 2 teams after that for this week's episode. At number 5 is the Reading Royals taking on the Trois-Rivières Lions Friday and Saturday in Trois-Rivières. 2 really good teams, offensively gifted. Be interesting to see these 2 as they battle in the North Division. At number 4 is the Kansas City Mavericks and the Utah Grizzlies. The Mavericks have been a team that have really surprised a lot of people with how good they have played early in the season, and they look to continue that on the road against the Utah Grizzlies on Saturday and Sunday. At number 3 is the Newfoundland Growlers and the Worcester Railers, 2 teams battling out for first place in the North Division. That game will be on Saturday night in the DCU Center. At number 2 is the South Carolina Stingrays and the Atlanta Gladiators on Tuesday night. 2 teams that have amazing offense, especially with Atlanta. Their goaltender, Tyler Parks, has played really good for them in goal. So this should be a very interesting game. I would not be surprised if it is high scoring. And our top game of the week, featuring the Cincinnati Cyclones and the first place in the Central Division, Indy Fuel, on Saturday night. This one should be a really great game. Indy is another team. They've surprised a lot of people, just like Kansas City, with how good they have played this season. This is just a battle between number 1 and number 2 in the Central Division. Again, would not be surprised if this is a high-scoring game with 2 great offenses going at it. 2 teams to note: the Iowa Heartlanders lost all 5 of their games up in Canada last week, including the last 4 being overtime losses. All 3 of their games against the Newfoundland Growlers were overtime losses. So that's 4 points that the Iowa Heartlanders were so close to getting that they were not able to come up with in Canada. And the Jacksonville Icemen, despite a rough early going, they have turned it around and they have won 4 consecutive games. So that is good for Jacksonville. We will see you next week. Merry Christmas. Make sure to subscribe to our channel.